AntiSLOBB. I told you guys that we were going to start doing reaction videos, and the very first person that we're going to react to is none other than the Bandman Kevo. Bandman Kevo is well, first way I got introduced to Bandman Kevo was through his music. He's a rapper. He makes pretty good music. And I really got introduced to Bandman Kevo right before he had to go do some time for a card cracking conviction that he had. He had an interview with, ironically, with Say Cheese, and that's the interview that we're gonna. It's a same content creator. We're gonna review that an interview that he had with him recently. But I got introduced to Bandman Kevo through Say Cheese, which is owned by Sean Cotton. On YouTube, he was talking about how he had got convicted for card cracking, and that how he was going to go do this time, and that while he was in there, he was going to work on his body. He was going to go out here and go crazy on the music, and we're just going to turn up. And it was like ironic, when he got out. I don't know if it was like a year and a half, 2 years later. He pretty much did everything that he said he was going to do. I follow him on Instagram as well, and check out his YouTube content. And he did turn up. He was dropping music. He was on OnlyFans doing financial advice. Let me see what else. He's on YouTube talking financial and credit, talking about different business ventures that he's into. And it appears like he did like a straight 180, right? Like he did a lot of self-improving while he was locked up, and he made good use of his time. And that he appears to be very, very successful. Like I say, his Instagram is lit. I always see him on yachts, yacht parties, all jewelried out, blinged out, large amounts of cash, just pretty much. To be honest, it appears that he's living a life that most people aspire to obtain. And it just, like I said, it just looked like, damn, he made a mistake, he went to prison, he got out, and he turned his life around. So just on those facts alone, before we go and break this video down, I want to salute him for that. Just that in itself, before we even break down this video and what he said and what I think about it, I want to just acknowledge that. Just that in itself is a huge feat, because a lot of people that go to prison, they don't really have the opportunity, or they don't really turn their life around for the better. So for him to go to the prison and to get out and be that damn successful, I salute you and hats off to you. That's an accomplishment within itself. But the reason that I really want to break this down is that I also want to show, and I also want to teach you guys that just because you have money, it does not mean that you are above accountability. Just because you have money, it doesn't mean that you're infallible. You're not perfect. Because the reason I had to bring that up is I had made some comments on this video that we're about to review, and I seen people in the comment section like, oh, that's why the poor stay poor and the rich gonna keep getting rich, because y'all got so much stuff to say, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, nah, man. Just because somebody has money, that doesn't mean that they're above criticism. Anybody can be held accountable. We all have to be held accountable for what we do, what we say. Just because you got money, it does not give you a shield from accountability. I don't care who you are. So I want you guys to really, really pay attention to that and think about that. I don't care who it is, your favorite celebrity, your favorite rapper, entertainer. Just because they have clout, just because they have status, no one is above accountability. So, I've said enough about that. So we're going to get right into this video. And, let's hear what Bandman Kevo has to say. And I'll do my reaction and let you guys know what I think.
Saying that you are a rat or an informant or a snitch. Yeah. And you weren't really that was like the first time I really seen you upset.
So he said, Sean Cotton basically was like, there's been some talk about you being a rat or an informant or a snitch, and this is the first time I've ever seen you upset. So he's basically, you know, asking him about these allegations, and you know, we're like, what's up?
Cause I just feel like, as far as like, you know, I like when people be lying. It's just okay. I feel like when I drop my NFT, a lot of people was just like, damn, I need to make something up on dude. I need to say something about dude. You know what I'm saying? So I started seeing fake pages come out of nowhere.
So he's basically saying that since he came out with his NFT, he noticed that a lot of people were starting to try to make up things about him because he's, you know, he's getting off into another lane of NFTs. So that's when he noticed that the hate started to come his way.
Nowhere, like a fake page saying this and fake page saying that. So when I seen it, I'm just like, what the hell? Like, where does news come from? You know what I mean? So I started seeing like people trying to create like fake paperwork and all types of shit. And then
He said that people were starting to create fake paperwork. I'm not really sure like what that is or what that's about. When you go into that you know, prison industrial complex, there is you know, paperwork that is attached to your name. So I'm not sure what he's talking about. People are creating fake paperwork about him. But let's continue.
I looked up the blog and then I seen who the person was, because you know I know everything and everybody, right?
Oh shit. Oh, did y'all hear what he just said? He said that when he looked up the blog page that was going in on him, he said, well, you know, I know everything and everybody. You know everything and how do you know everything and everybody? That, to me, that's suspect right there. Like, what do you mean? Like, how do you know everything and everybody? What resources do you have to where you can know everything and everybody? I want you guys to think about that. That was telling right there. See, what you do is you just let people talk and you listen very well, and they will pretty much reveal certain things without you having to say a word. Just listen.
Right. So I said, man, who ran this blog? I figured out who ran the blog, and it was some black dude that went to jail for raping a kid or something.
Whoa. So, because since he knows everything and everybody, he found out that the guy that was going in on him with this fake blog was a black dude, which I don't know, you know, why that even matters. You know, you think black people aren't gonna, you know, hold you accountable, Mr. Bandman Kevo? Man, you got to be crazy. And he said, and then what he's doing what is called an ad hominem attack. He's attacking this person's character, but he's not addressing the actual argument. He's not addressing the issue. You're addressing this guy's character, saying that he was convicted of, you know, having sexual relations with a child. That, I mean, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know how he found that out. Again, you know, how does he? What type of resources does he have to where he just can find out this information on people? But that's neither here nor there. What you do is you attack the argument. You talk about what is the subject matter, not this person's character, because the person that made that blog, their character is not in question. Your character is in question. So please defend your character. Your character, Mr. Ban, or you defend the allegation that is being said about you. Let's see if he actually does that.
Like, I'm like, so this the person who made up the fake news and tried to tie it to this white man and it was just.
Oh shit. Okay, he said that it was a black guy that made up this fake news that's a convicted child sexual predator that's connecting it to this white man. I don't know who this white man is. He's not really providing any context. And, you know, I looked into this a little bit, and I really don't know what that even, what's going on with this, you know. So I'm not sure, you know, why, what does one have to do with another? So at this point, we're a minute and 23 seconds halfway through this interview, or this clip of this interview, and he's doing a horrible job as of now of you know, defending his stance of being a snitch or not a snitch. He's doing a horrible job, in my opinion. But let's continue.
It was a lot of that. So when I seen who made it, then I understand, like, oh, okay, cool. It's basically, it was a hater page, you know what I'm saying, that made the fake news about me. And then when they seen that, then other people started spreading fake news. You get them?
No. See, so when they seen that, other people started to spread information that they seen about you. Now, if you want to call it fake, the best way that you disprove it from being fake, Mr. Badman Kevo, is you put the paperwork up. You don't get on here and get to talking about how you feel about it, because that's irrelevant. Of course you feel bad about it. We know. Because if you are a snitch or if you're not a snitch, you're gonna feel bad about people accusing you of snitching, even if you are or if you're not. So you telling us how you feel about it is really irrelevant. Why don't you just show us the proof, the paperwork? See, y'all see all that cash that he has on that table? Now, this because this interview was chopped up into many parts. Now, real quick, he brung that cash. He went because this interview was being done at his condo or whatnot, right? So the interviewer was questioning him about another guy on the internet, YouTube sensation person, and they were having like a little back and forth, and Bandman Kevo, okay, Say Cheese asked him about this guy, and and Bandman Kevo basically he responded by going back in the back room and bringing out all of that cash, like, hey man, I got money. If dude want a job, I can hire him. Like, this is $300,000 right here. So just like how you went and got that money, why didn't you go in the back room and get that damn paperwork to prove that you're not a snitch? And then this whole thing would be dead. There's no more back and forth. There's no more I feel this, I feel that. Man, forget how you feel. These are the facts. This is my paperwork. So it's 1:35 in. Let's see if Bandman Kevo runs in the back room and gets that paperwork, or he does some type of something. Because right now, he's doing a horrible job. These ad hominem attacks isn't helping him out at all.
You know what I'm saying? Notice this. Remember when I first got locked up, and DJ Academics did my first interview. You know what I mean? If you was anything this was when DJ Academics hated me. If I was anything, he would have been blasting me like, man, bro, this person, because he did.
Whoa, see that? There you go again. See that to me is a horrible example of not being a snitch. First of all, you say DJ Academics, when DJ Academics hated me. I don't think DJ Academics ever hated you. Did he even know you? DJ Academics is a hip-hop blogger that covers hip-hop news, right? I don't think he hates any of those people that he covers. He doesn't even know any of these people. He finds out information on rappers, and then he puts it out there on his platform. So like for you to say, oh, well, DJ Academics hated me, and if I would have been a snitch, DJ Academics would have put my paperwork up on there. Now, there's so many holes in that theory. There's a thing called a confidential informant where that paperwork is not going to be readily available. There's not going to be any details on that paperwork. I know, right? Because I have been informed on before in the past when I was involved in criminality. And when someone tells on you, it's real loose in the paperwork. I'm sitting down in my lawyer's office and I'm like, man, like, what is this? It says CI. It's a confidential informant. Okay, who is that? Well, they're going to keep that identity hidden. They're going to keep that identity sealed because they want to keep using that confidential informant. So if they reveal it, then they're not going to be able to use that person anymore. So he was just like, I just need you to really think and try to recall that day, you know what I'm saying, and try to piece it together in your mind, because they're not going to give that information to you. They're just not going to do that. That's not how it works. So in this situation, that information isn't going to be readily available, especially if Bandman Kevo is a confidential informant and on the active payroll. If he's actively still informing on people, why would there be paperwork out there to expose you? That'll get you killed, man. You know that. See, what he's doing is he's playing on these young, impressionable minds of people who are mesmerized by finances, who's mesmerized by the diamonds, who's mesmerized by that large amount of cash that he has over there. See, that's not going to work on somebody like myself, and hopefully you guys that has a mind that can think for yourself, that is not a sheep, right? Things that he is saying, for me, unfortunately, I have experience with criminality, unfortunately, that's just straight hogwash. He's not making any damn sense at this point. And I'm not trying to bash him. I just got to keep it real. Everybody's going to be held accountable. I don't give a damn who you are. You can be bad man, whoever. Everybody will be held accountable. But let's give him a fair shot. Let's finish this video out and see if he actually makes a good case. Let's see if he actually goes and get that paperwork to prove that he's not a snitch.
He's like, I got his whole PDF. I got all his paperwork on my link. Click the link below. You know what I mean? Because he was like, man, this idiot went to jail for cracking cars and this, and this. So first of all, you would have knew all the history right then and there. Nothing comes out 7 years later.
Exactly. Nothing comes out 7 years later. Nothing never comes out. If you're a confidential informant, the law enforcement isn't going to reveal that information ever. Especially if you're doing a good job and you're busting people and getting people locked up. Man, you're a star player. So that'll never come out. They want you to keep getting people locked up. So his logic and his reasoning is all off, and it makes absolutely no damn sense. But let's continue.
You know what I'm saying? Unless it's fake. If somebody try to create something to you. So what people do is when you start getting successful, they try to throw shit in there. You know what I mean? Just like they were saying, oh man, I think Thug might be this, or I think this person might be that. I think this person might be that. You know what I mean? It's just what they want to say just to figure out.
So damn, he says since he's successful, people are just throwing stuff out there, talking about Thug this, and those people don't have anything to do with you, Mr. Man. I've never heard any of those people being accused of being a snitch. So, like I said, his examples of bringing other people into conversation isn't helping his case at all. And to be quite honest, he never actually denies being a snitch in this interview. He just brings up other people that, if I was a snitch, this person would have did this or this would have happened. But he never actually says, no, I'm not a snitch. And again, we're 227 in. He hasn't brought out any paperwork to prove that he's not a snitch. Let's continue.
Thinking that it's going to mess your name up and they don't do nothing. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like they say stuff about everybody. It ain't really affect me, but it was just like, who the fuck is this trying to finesse? You know what I'm saying? And come out with blogs and videos like I'm this and that. But a lot of people will do it for clicks and views.
Okay, that's it. That's the end. So, man, final thoughts on this, man. I think, just from hearing this, I think Bandman Kevo, I think Bandman Kevo was a snitch. I've seen other information on this, other videos of people who say that they were his co-defendant and that he told on them, and that basically the same thing that I said. Like, if he's not a snitch, why not put your paperwork online to prove it? Because like I told you, I follow him on Instagram, and he put on his story. He had a like a big stack of papers, and he was like, always keep your paperwork just in case they try to accuse you of snitching. But you didn't show any of the paperwork. You just showed a stack of papers. We don't know what was in those papers. So my suggestion, if Bandman Kevo wants to clean this up, he sits down on an interview and he goes through his paperwork and shows it on screen to prove everybody wrong. And it's like, oh, why does he have to do that? You're a public figure. You said that you're not a snitch. So, I mean, that's why he has to do it. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on it, guys. I definitely think that he told on somebody, right? He had a very small sentence. He said that he was in some type of a Fed camp where there wasn't even really like any gated or bars. You can just come and go as you please. That sounds like a place for informants, for snitches. Like, it's like a low security institution. So, like, yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I told y'all what I think. So, and again, the reason that I did this is that I want you guys to see the difference between a snitch and someone who is a witness to a crime. He's being accused of snitching because he was committed to a life of crime. He was doing crimes with under other individuals, and he got caught. And it's being said that, when he got caught, that he told on everybody else and got them locked up. So that's a snitch. Witness to a crime is, I'm walking my dog. I'm a upstanding citizen. I see a bank robbery go down. One of the bank robbers' mask falls off. I recognize that guy. I stay on the scene, right? Police come up to me like, man, sir, did you see anything? I did. And I give law enforcement the identity of what I've seen, or just give them a whole account of what I've seen. I am not a snitch. I am a witness to a crime. Very big difference. I got a video talking about that. Witness to a crime versus being a snitch. So just want to put that on you guys' brain, put that on you guys' mind. With this channel being about self-improvement, we're trying to self-improve in all aspects. I want you guys to, be able to have a mind, self-improve your mind and think for yourself. Don't get blinded by material and secular things, character, integrity, morals, ethics. That's more important than, money and bling bling and, stuff like that doesn't really matter. So he did a horrible job, in my opinion, of defending himself. And like I said, you guys get in the comment section and y'all let me know, is Man Kevo a snitch or not? I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Peace. And AntiSLOBB your life up. All right.